Hey everybody, I want to talk today about a concept that comes up from time to time in workers' compensation cases, and that's what happens if you move while you've got a pending workers' compensation case. Obviously, when you sustain a work injury, getting your medical care and that sort of thing is very, very important, but sometimes life, which it's much more significant than simply recovering from an injury, requires you to do things that wouldn't say are unexpected or urgent, but you may decide that it's best to move. The question that I get from clients when they move is, what do I do about my workers' comp case? Some of them want to just go ahead and settle the case, which is certainly fine, and I understand that, but they don't really have to do that. Even though Indiana workers' compensation law requires an employer, or gives the employer the actual right to decide which doctors that you go see, that doesn't mean that they can be completely and totally arbitrary about it. And so if you move from Indiana to Florida, they can't make you drive up to Indiana to see just an ordinary orthopedic doctor, just as like essentially some form of punishment. So I've always had great success when clients move to another state in getting the workers' comp company to agree to designate a similar type of physician in the new state. And the only kind of hiccup that sometimes can come from that is each state's workers' compensation laws are different. And so the terminology that we use in Indiana, for instance, like maximum medical improvement or PPI rating for permanent partial impairment, those terms may not be used in other states and by those doctors. And so sometimes we have to spend a little bit of extra time working with those doctors to make sure they understand that what we want using Indiana terms. Because even though the terms are a little bit different, I think that the concepts are all the same, even if they're by slightly different name. So obviously, if you're planning on moving, there may be some benefit to working with an attorney to make sure that transition takes place as smoothly as possible. Just be aware of that. And if you've got any questions, you're welcome to reach out, and be sure to read the blog post for more detailed information on this topic. Thanks so much. Have a nice day.